हेलो फ्रेंड्स, आज हम लोग वी विल टॉक अबाउट दी this code. Okay, we'll talk about the basically joining. Okay, so this is the I'm using the join, left join, as you can see on the product and the order data set. Okay, so this is the this is the product data frame, and this is the order data frame, and I'm renaming the quantity to reorder quantity. Okay, and then I'm joining these two tables. Okay, so this for the cluster I have not I have enabled the AQE and broadcast. Also in this other on the same code I'll show that while disabling the AQE and your broadcast, how it will going to behave. So this section is for with the AQE enabled. Okay, and if you see with the AQE enabled, if I go to the SQL data frame, okay, this is the job 0 1 2 3. Okay, and if I click on all this, let me show you. So here you will going to see the broadcast hash join is going to be happen. Okay, and this is the small data set, so that's can fit into the memory, so that's why the exchange has happened only once, and then that exchange, so I'll show you from the starting. Okay, let me minimize it. So first the table has been scanned. Okay, which table is this is the prod ID and the prod name. Okay, prod ID and the prod name is your product list. Okay, so product list has been and filtered as in applied on the product ID. Okay, and then the exchange has happened. That means for 799 bytes has been written. Okay, after the exchange, and it has created n number of partition. I'll show you how many partition it has been created. So let's say n number of partition been created, and each partition will have the partition IDs based on the hash partitioning. And how I came to know that? So if I look at the exchange, okay, so table has been scanned for order, table has been scanned for the product, filter applied, and then the exchange is the single partition scanned and based on the product ID. Okay, single partition based on the product ID. So this is the scan that has happened on the product ID. So it has created n number of partitions, and how I can see the number of partition in the 0th stage. Okay, if I click on the 0th stage, the exchange has happened here. Okay, so exchange has happened here, and you can see there are 8 partitions, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 partitions. Okay, and how they have distributed the data. So they have distributed the data like this one. Okay, so one on one file, so 8 partition with 8 data. Okay, and these are the size of the data, approximately 95 or 100 MB. Okay, that is clear. And okay, let me go back, and on the after the exchange, okay, after the exchange after the exchange they have written this 799 byte. Okay, in 8 partition, number of records 8, and the number of partition was 1 when sending it to the broadcast join. This is after the 8 partition has been done. Okay, it has again combined all the data into the one partition. Okay, and then send it to the worker node. Okay, the combined file. But if you see this, this has been created 8 partitions, and this has created the only one partition, which you can see. Okay, on the exchange side, so exchange side 8 partitions been created and send it across to the broadcast hash join, and in the hash this is the other table which has been read. Okay, and you can see that broadcast hash join has been happened on the same worker where we have the 2 data frames available. Okay, one with the partitions and one with the other data set, and then they have combined and they have collected the data. Okay, so I'll show you in the zeroth stage only everything happened, and after that this is the stage 2. Okay, if I click on this stage 2, what has happened here is you can see the shuffle query stage has happened. Okay, so shuffle query stage is nothing but coalescing. It is doing from 8 partition to 1 partition. Okay, as you can see, only one partition read, the 799 records been read. Okay, so when we talk about the other cluster where I have disabled the EQ in broadcast, you will going to see the 2 exchanges. Okay, so there won't be any shuffle ED stage. Okay, so this is a shuffle ED stage, as you can see it here, having only the 1 partition. Okay, so I'll show you in the SQL data frame as well. Okay, so second, fourth and sixth are part of the, so we have to look the first stage because that is where the whole thing happened, and then again these are the part of the 4 and 6. 4 and 6 were using this particular section, that's why they have shown it to the 4 and 6. Okay, and yeah, so this is the 499 byte. I'll go to the details section as well. So you can see here the file exchange, filter applied, exchange has happened. Similarly for the other dataset, exchange and the filter has been, exchange has applied, has worked on that. Local, yeah, so we will going to start it from first. Okay, so local table scan. So this is the one where your 1 and 2, right, 1 and 2. So this is the initial plan which has been created, and this is the Spark created adaptive query plan. Okay, so we'll talk about this first. So table scan, filter applied, then exchange has happened. Okay, so in the exchange what happened is that this is the filter, this is a single partition. Okay, so they have created only 1 partition, and based on the product ID, executor broadcasted. Okay, this is the executor broadcasted single scan, and then the local table span 1, okay, which is this one. Okay, has been generated. Okay, based on the, so this one is the product ID, this one is for the product, and then the broadcast hash join is applied, left outer build right. So we'll go to this one, broadcast hash join. Okay, so left outer, so left key was product ID, right key was product ID, and left outer was applied join type, and there was no join condition. Okay, and then product and collect limit. Okay, now what happened is this is the initial plan, but Spark come into picture, and what they said is, okay, after the exchange 4, after the 4th exchange, so which is single partition. Okay, it has created the shuffle query stage. Okay, shuffle query stage is nothing but you're coalescing the data. Okay, if I look at the shuffle query stage, so size in byte is 488 byte, row count is 8, and this has combined all the data together. Okay, so this is the shuffle query stage, then the other table net scan, and then the left, then the broadcast hash join happened. Okay, after that, and then the same way. Okay, so the main thing to mention to attention is that it is coalescing all the data together. Okay, shuffle query stage, as we have seen that in the stages. So let's go to the stages and I'll show you. So let's see from the 0. So 8 partitions were created. Okay, read the 799 data, and then all combined, okay, into the 1. Okay, so this data has been read, and so 4 partitions got created. Okay, 4 tasks were created, that means the 4 partition got created for so we have seen the let's go to the jobs first. Okay, So in the jobs you can see 8 partitions were read, okay, and then one partition got created, okay, and then 4 partition got created, and then the 3 partition got created. So we have seen the 0th, okay, let's talk about the stages first. So we have 0 stage and the 2 stage. So on the 0th stage, okay, it has created 8 partition. I'll open this in the new tab to show you step by step on what stage everything happened. Okay, so this is stage 0 and this is stage 0. So till stage 0 we have 8 partitions, okay, and then on this stage, which is stage 2, okay, so stage 2 has only one partition. Stage 2 has one partition. It has read 799 byte, where this shuffle query stage comes into picture, okay. So here this shuffle query stage comes into picture, and it has created the 4 tasks. So it is reading the 799 byte from here, okay, in the stage 4, and it is creating the 4 partitions of that data, okay, 1 2 3 4, okay, and while broadcasting or while doing the broadcast has joined, okay, so this involved stage 2 and 4, okay. So I'll go to the stages again, 2 and 4, 2 4 6. So 2 4 6 were part of the broadcast hash join. So 2 is with one data, and then the 4 partition got created for the computation, okay. So it just merged the data together, okay. So we have one partition for the one data set and 4 partition for the other data set. So based on that, they have created the collected data, okay, and then put it down into the 3 tasks, okay. So 3 tasks, that means 3 times 3 partition were computed, okay. For at the end, what we are doing is we were just showing you the data, okay. So 4 partition got created, and then the data been read again to display it, and for that one they have created the 3 partitions, okay. So if I look at this one for the collect, this is for the collect, and this is only just collecting the data till here, okay, and yeah, that's it. And if you look at the other, okay, so in the next video I'll talk about when we are not using the AQE and the this broadcast, so what will going to happen there.